तो कहाँ थे? We were talking about inheritance, and we have seen the use of inheritance, type of inheritance, how we, what is the syntax of uh, Java inheritance. We had seen some examples also. Okay. We have seen some examples, simple inheritance. Multiple inheritance is not supported in Java, as we have discussed in the previous class. And method overriding, we have discussed, where the method of superclass is overridden by the method of subclass or the child class. Runtime polymorphism is that we have discussed, that if you have a reference of superclass and it is referred to the uh, object of derived class, then depending on the type of object, the method is called. If superclass and the subclass have the same name, same method, then depending on the type of object, it, that particular method is called. We have seen the examples also, and if you are going to have a runtime polymorphism in Java, we have also seen that method should be there in the superclass also, because at the runtime, at the compile time, compiler will check through the reference that is here in this example, that reference is of animal class, so it will check whether the bark method is there or not in the animal class. So it will give अगर वहाँ भी होती उस क्लास में भी, at the runtime JVM decides which method need to be called depending on the object that reference refers to. So object refer कर रहा है dog class के object को, so the method from the dog class will be executed. So it should be there in both the classes if you are demonstrating runtime polymorphism. Okay, so why actually? So in one or two words, can somebody tell me why we need runtime polymorphism and why we use runtime polymorphism? Why we do that? Having a reference of upper class and assigning the reference to the lower class or the subclasses. Why we do that? Why we require runtime polymorphism? कोई बता सकता है in one or two words why we need that and why we are doing it? क्या लगता है क्यों करते हैं हमें सर? रन टाइम पॉलीमॉर्फिज्म की जरूरत ही क्यों है हमें?
जैसा कहा जाए कि अपने आत्मनिर्भर भारत के ऊपर जो अभियान है देश के प्रधानमंत्री जी का, उसको लेकर के मजबूती प्रदान करेगा और हर एक युवा वर्ग खुश है इस वजह से. So implementing inheritance. So एक आंसर ये है, दूसरा आंसर कृष्णा ने दिया है. You are somewhere closer to the answer. So we can have same reference type but different objects. Okay, so what is the one advantage of doing object-oriented programming and all basically writing software using object-oriented programming? Okay. Okay, so Krishna, you're going into the technical details. Let me give you a basic uh, example of from the user behavior. So whenever you write you build a software, you use uh, you write for the end user, and end user uh, want to avoid the complexity. And to avoid the complexity, suppose you have an application that has an interface, and वो interface पे आपकी जो client app or the main class is there. Now you want to provide the abstraction or the easiness. You want to hide the complexity. Uh, you want to interact through the in an abstract manner. So yes, Pranshu is somewhere right for the abstract class. That uh, suppose there are some checkbox are there, and the superclass reference is there that user can easily think of. जैसे vehicle है, तो vehicle एक आपकी user class है, uh, जो topmost class है, and through checkbox you can select, okay, vehicle type is four wheeler, two wheeler. There are some two checkbox. Whenever user click on checkbox two wheeler, so vehicle reference is set to the two wheeler object. Or whenever it selects the four wheeler, the reference goes to that, and that depending on that particular functions or methods called. So basically to provide abstraction to ease of the complexity at the end user. That's why we, or in technical term, to provide abstraction. That's the main point. And for abstraction, so since now till now we have not studied the abstraction, so because we are overriding the method. So since we are overriding method, why we need this method? Because for example, class animal, there are different types of animal that their walking style, the movement is different. So why we are giving a implementation here when we don't know uh, which type of animal we are talking about? So we can skip that implementation from the class, so that we don't give the definition here, because we don't know the specific type of animal uh, is going to move. So we don't write the definition, we only write the declaration. Okay, so animal है move करेगा, how it moves depends on the type of subclass or the type of specific animal. We'll see this later. Okay, you can, so by default, depending on the type of object, that is in that case the dog object, it will call the method of the uh, dog class. However, if you want to call the method of super class or the parent class, you can use the super keyword. From the super keyword, you can call the functions method of the super class. Now, this example we have already seen, because the reference uh, is checked at the compile time, since the reference is of animal and the bark method is not there in the animal, so this will give you error. The important part, you cannot achieve runtime polymorphism on the data member. So method, it is fine that किस क्लास की ऑब्जेक्ट किस ऑब्जेक्ट पे वो रेफर कर रहा है रेफरेंस, उस क्लास उस ऑब्जेक्ट का मेथड कॉल होगी, बट डेटा मेंबर्स पर अचीव नहीं हो सकता है. For example, here you can see the class bike is shown with a data member int speed limit 80, and Honda that extends bike specific class that has a speed limit 160. Now you see you are creating an object obj, and you are assigning you are assigning this reference to the Honda object, that is the subclass object, and you are printing the obj, that is the reference को print कर रहे हो आप, and then you are printing obj dot speed limit. Then speed limit line number 10. For the line number 10, the output will be लगता है मुझे अब क्वेश्चन करना चाहिए बीच बीच में, एक आध क्वेश्चन, क्योंकि अरे पहली लाइन, चलो ठीक है आउटपुट पे आते हैं। अब जो सबसे ऊपर जो लाइन लिखी है उसको पढ़ो तो सही, क्या लिखा है? रन टाइम पॉलीमॉर्फिज्म कांट बी अचीव्ड बाय डेटा मेंबर, so not by, can't be achieved on data members. Data by data members fine, because see यहाँ पे हम सोनल का आंसर सही है, इट विल प्रिंट 80 बिकॉज रेफरेंस टाइप आपका बाइक है, रेफरेंस टाइप बाइक है, तो जो बाइक की जो स्पीड लिमिट है वही प्रिंट होगी। अनलाइक मेथड्स कि जहाँ पे डिपेंड करता है जिस पे ऑब्जेक्ट पे, वो प्रिंट होती है, यहाँ पे ऐसा नहीं है। डेटा मेंबर्स पर अचीव नहीं होगी, तो डेटा मेंबर्स के टाइम पे वो 80 ही प्रिंट होगा, क्योंकि रेफरेंस जिसका है उस क्लास का ही प्रिंट होगा। बाय प्रिंटिंग रेफरेंस, हमने पहले भी देखा है कि जब भी रेफरेंस प्रिंट करते हो तो क्या प्रिंट होता है? क्लास नेम @ and some hash code. The output is 60, not 160. Unlike methods, you cannot achieve runtime polymorphism on data members. इसका आउटपुट क्या होगा इस प्रोग्राम का? See and write the output. So 11 वाला छोड़ दो, so 12 और लाइन नंबर 12 और लाइन नंबर 13 का मुझे बताओ क्या आउटपुट होगा। Right, so it will be 80, and because डेटा मेंबर्स पर अचीव नहीं होगी तो 80 जो है वो 80 प्रिंट होगा, बट रन मेथड आपकी सब क्लास की ही रन होगी ड्यू टू द रन टाइम पॉलीमॉर्फिज्म। तो फर्स्ट लाइन तो आपको जस्ट ऑब्जेक्ट क्लास नेम @ और हैश कोड, फिर 80 will be printed and the सब class. Similarly, the output of this, okay, इसका आउटपुट क्या होगा? So the line number 13, If we have a getter get speed limit in which class? In both the classes. So, so then if you're calling that in case method will be overridden and the overridden method will be called, then in that case the sub subclass you get speed limit में आप एक्सेस करोगे उसी क्लास के स्पीड लिमिट को and that will be this dot. Okay, nice question. इसको एक्सप्लोर कर लो, 1 मिनट लगेगा आपको इसको रन करने के लिए ऋषभ। वैसे मेरे ख्याल से इस केस में भी आपका रेफरेंस वहीं का है तो सुपर क्लास के प्रिंट होना चाहिए, बट स्टिल गुड क्वेश्चन। you just write the 2 line of code, add into that. Dog is eating is fine. Yes, this will be printed. Okay, this will refer to the current. Yes. I think ऊपर वाले का ही होना चाहिए इस केस में। Okay, so normally the super class, so for example होता था कि animal function definition, so we can make it abstract. So to provide the abstraction to hide the complexity, the class is that is declared with the abstract keyword is known as abstract class in Java. So we use abstract keyword. In Java, abstract class can have abstract and non-abstract method. So before learning abstract class, see an example of abstraction in Java. So what is actually abstraction? So abstraction को abstraction is process of hiding the implementation detail and showing only functionality to user, what functionality can perform, and hiding the complexity and the implementation trend. For example, SMS. So you whenever you write an SMS, you just click on the submit button and for the send button and how it goes actually through the network and how it receives, you don't worry about it and you don't know about it, you don't need to know about it basically. Similarly, one of the classical example I always use in the class, which was a laundry example given by Steve Jobs. So in 1994 Rolling Stone interview, Steve Jobs explained what object-oriented programming is. So Jeff Quadley asked, "Do you explain in simple terms exactly what object-oriented software is?" So what Steve Jobs answered that objects are like people; they are living, breathing things that have knowledge inside them about to do things and have memory inside them so that they can remember things. And rather than interacting with them at very low level, you interact with them at a very high level, like we are doing there. So उसको उसने example से बताया था, laundry का example दिया था उसने. So he has an example. If I am your laundry object, suppose you can give me a dirty cloth, send me a message that can you get my cloth laundered, please. And I happen to know, I means the laundry object happens to know where the best laundry place in the San Francisco is, and I speak English and I have $1 in my pocket. I can go out there, hail a cab, see it, take the driver to take me to that place. I get your cloth laundered, jump back to the cab and get back here. I give you a clean cloth and say, here is the clean cloth. Now, the abstraction, where the abstraction comes, because the person who has given the cloth, you have no idea how I did it. You have no knowledge the laundry place. Maybe you speak French, France, and you can't even hail a taxi, you can't pay for one, you don't have dollars in your pocket, yet I know all the details and I know how to do that. And you didn't have to, remember, have to know any of it. All that complexity was hidden inside me, and we were able to interact at very high level of abstraction. And that's what the objects are. They encapsulates the complexity and interact interface, and the interfaces to that complexity are high level. So basically, whenever you just call the methods, मैं technically बताऊँ तो you just call the methods of that particular class by just using the dot operator on the object name. Depending on the object name, the method is called. How it is called, how what are the complexities are behind that, you don't have to worry about. This one, the source of this is the link of that Quora. Go there and you can read it about it. Way to achieve abstraction. So there are two ways to achieve abstraction in Java. One is abstract class. If you notice, there is written 0 to 100%, and through interface you can achieve 100%. So 0 to 100% means you can you have the abstract classes uh, having abstract method and non-abstract method also. So depending on the portion of abstract method, you achieve 0 to 100%. However, in the interface, you have all the methods as a abstract method. So abstract class in Java, you use abstract keyword here with the class name also, and the methods that you want to declare as an abstract, you write abstract keyword with the method name. Both the abstract keyword you have to use with the class name also and the method name. So abstract, a method is abstract means it doesn't have any definition, void function method definition or the body. So does not have the implementation is known as an as abstract method. For example, you see there is a class bike. We have declared it abstract because it contains one of the method as an abstract. जरूरी नहीं कि सारी method abstract हो, कोई एक method, minimum कोई एक method है जो abstract है. That's why there is an abstract keyword. Yeah, there is one method that is abstract. How bike run, it doesn't know at the time of defining the abstract class, but when we are extending this bike class for particular bike Honda 4, we know how the run, uh, how the Honda runs, and in this simplest example, it is just showing printing running safely. And inside that you can create. Now this is the important part. Though one thing, you cannot create the object of abstract class. You might know this already. That is, you cannot write bike object new bike, that is creating an object of this abstract class. But you can always create the reference. That is, you always write bike object. So reference जो है bike type का है, and लेकिन ये किस object पे refer कर रहा है, Honda class का. So this you can do. You can create the reference, but you cannot create the object of this class. And through this reference, you can call the run method. Compiler won't give the error because at the compilation time it checks. Okay, so declaration is there. That's fine. So compiler avoid the compilation error. And at the runtime, obviously the object is of Honda type, and there's a run method here, so it will run. Real scenario. So why actually abstract? Why we need to define abstract functions? So suppose we are having a hierarchy of shapes class. So we have a class shape, and we have a behavior called draw. Now, depending on the shape, draw method, the implementation of draw can be different. Since at the abstract level, we know only that part that shape will be drawn. How it will be happen, we don't know.
So we don't know the particular shape. So at the time, for the top class, that is shape, we declared it abstract, and the draw method we declared is abstract because we don't know which object is going to be drawn. The actual class that is going to be uh, going to extend this shape class, just like here in this example, it is shown rectangle extends shape, and here we are providing drawing rectangle. Also, other methods like area. So we don't know which uh, if we try to declare a method area here in the class shape, so we don't know the which type of shape we are going to calculate the area, because the area of calculation for different type of class, different type of shape will be changed. Area shape, then there will be some area of it. So we can write the area method is also as an abstract method inside this shape class. And depending on the particular implementation like rectangle or circle, we can have a different implementation of area method in these different classes. So you can always create a reference of shape class, then assign to one particular object, and you can call the draw method, and the draw method of this class will be called. So you cannot create an object of abstract class, but still abstract class can have constructor, data members, and methods. So you can see for this abstract class, you have constructor, you have an abstract method, and you have a concrete method. Concrete means that method which have the definition. You can have data members, you can have constructor, you can have the concrete method. And since we are not going to create the object of superclass, that is the abstract class bike, the constructor will run when we create the object of derived class or the child class, because as I've already somewhere in the previous lecture I have mentioned that whenever you create an object of derived class, the all the superclass should be instantiated means the constructor will run first in the top down approach. So yes, it can have constructor and other methods than the abstract method. Suppose you have a abstract, again one example. So you have a superclass called bank, a generalized class. It does not refer to a particular bank, and there is a method get rate of interest, and depending on the type of bank or depending on a particular bank, the rate of interest might be changed. For example, for SBI it is 7, for PNB it is 8. So the implementation can vary depending on the type of subclass and depending on the object. So for example, if the object is of SBI, then the SBI method will be invoked, and if the type of object is PNB, then the PNB method will be invoked. If your class having any abstract method, it should be declared as an abstract, even if other methods are of non-abstract concrete, but still if you have any abstract method, then class must be abstract, because it gives the indication to JVM that this is the abstract class. Otherwise, it will give you the compilation error. So this is about runtime polymorphism, method overloading in an abstract class. We have seen some keywords like static, this, and there's another keyword called final. कौन सा कीवर्ड का पता है सबको?
C++ में yes, it is similar to that final keyword. So Java final keyword, stop the value change. So once you have declared a variable final, you cannot change the value of that. It stops method overriding. So once you have declared a method final, it cannot be overridden in the subclass. It stops the inheritance. If you declare a class as a final, so you cannot inherit in the you can use final keyword with the variable name, method name, method with the method or with the class name. So for example, if you have declared one particular method like class के bike के अंदर आपने run method declare किया उसको final कर दिया है, then you cannot override it in the subclass that extends the bike class. That will give you error. Overridden method is final. This error will be error run in over Honda cannot override run bike. Final class, if you made a class final, you cannot extend it. You cannot inherit from the final bike. Question that is final method inherited. अगर आपने एक मेथड को फाइनल डिक्लेयर किया है, कोई ओवररिडन मेथड नहीं है सब क्लास में, so when you are extending this class, so it is perfectly fine. You can inherit the final method, but you cannot override it. The inheritance is fine because you are not changing the modifying the method. You are just inheriting in the subclass. Then it is fine. It will work. There is no problem. But you cannot override it. तो यहाँ हम रोकते हैं अभी आज के उसमें. So what we have discussed final keyword, abstract class, and runtime polymorph. We have discussed today. So if you have any question, you can ask in chat. Otherwise, that's the end of the lecture. We'll share the slide on the मैंने कब से शेयर नहीं की है, बात शेयर नहीं की slide, ठीक है. Okay, I will share it on the Google Classroom. Okay, thank you.